Good morning, everybody. It is early in the morning. It's October right now. Should have been October 1st. Around 8 o'clock in the morning, I actually had my pickup in the yard. And I got to purchase it. I custom made my own truck, so here it is. It's a nice Ford truck. For all you people that aren't Ford, sorry, but I don't know. This seems to be a good way to start. So let's see how I want this. It's good. That's good. There you go. Put the weight. So we are actually on my farm. This is a farm that is based off the Larson Farms, so if you haven't already, check out his videos. They're great. They really are good videos, and it's based off in Minnesota, and I'm trying to figure out exactly as to what I'm going to do. So for me, I'm gonna go with a red. What kind of red do I want? That looks like a good red. Rims, I can do this. I actually want this. Purchase that. Alright, so sweet. So I'm heading over now to the farm, and what I'm actually going to have to do, we're leaving here, the store right now. I did put traffic on, didn't I? It's that low realism, yeah. Okay, well, oh, there they are. So I'm going to wait for that car to go now. And we're going to follow it, because this is the way to my place, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. We are actually... Why am I turning here? We're actually heading over to one of my fields that I own, and this is one of them. So it is October, and we're not going to harvest corn at all today. But what we will be doing, I'm going to buy this field. This is a small little acre piece that I'm planning on buying. It's not very big. Here we go, just pull over here. It's not very big. You can already see it's been cultivated actually here. The reason why I'm probably gonna buy this little piece of land is actually because, let's see if this has been cultivated. No, it hasn't. So this is just flat out gravel that I would have to essentially till up. So I would be tilling this up, and let's see, what is his problem? You can go now. There we go. So essentially I will be tilling that up if I do buy it. I don't know when, but just in case if I do. So here's my John Deere dealer. It's a very nice dealer. So I'm actually heading on down onto the main road. 40 through here. So that's all oats we're harvesting. Next year we'll be doing corn and soybeans. So trust me on that one. That will definitely be happening. But at the moment we're just starting off. So most of my farms are going to be moving over here because it's a little bit bigger opening. So Grant Hilbert's map, I'm not sure it's going to move over here. I do know Larson Farms, Man Family Farms, I'm not sure. Millennial Farmer will not be moving onto this map. They will stay on Stone Valley, I think. Actually, I may move it over here, and the most reasons are because of how the grain elevators are made. But as more maps come along, so there's some corn that's our neighbors. That's not my field, but that is looking like some good corn. They're gonna get some good yield on that. this is all sorghum that's been harvested, believe it or not, and I'm just having to till that up eventually. Most of that field actually was burnt, sadly, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I got to call the insurance company and see exactly what's going to happen with that, but this whole field has completely been burnt, and it's kind of sad. I can still harvest on it. I'm going to be planting over all of this, and I just have to leave the burnt spot, so that's about, I'm only going to be doing a little bit. I'll be trimming, plowing some, but it really is not good. So there's the lumber yard, which is fine. That's all canola we'll be harvesting as well. These are just some fields that we'll be harvesting, and then later on we'll be doing other crops. But at the moment we're just going to be harvesting whatever the fields I bought. I can tell you that cotton is not one of them. I am not really so much of a cotton farmer. It just doesn't give me the same interesting thing with the combine as it does with the other. So here we are on the farm, and I'm gonna pick up. I gotta drive my truck over. So sorry about the lag. Let's leave that open. So we are on the farm. I had the guy install a propane tank so we can have the grain dryer working. At the moment, we're either having in our big grains, or I actually built in a few of our small grain bins, which I thought would be really handy. So what we're gonna do first is I'm backing my truck up. I'm gonna find that header. So I'm gonna put on the 50 or 45 or 35. So I'm gonna figure out which one. Probably would be this one. Good? Yes. And the combine I'll be using actually is going to be our brand new one, an s790, with the ones that have the beacons on, because we forgot to turn the beacon lights off. It's actually brand new. It's a s790 like our other one, but it has a Mauer extension on it, and we put number 3 on it, so we know the 9860 was the one, then the Air Force 1 was the second, and then that would be Air Force 2, I call it. Kidding, of course. I don't know what they call that one, but personally I'm keeping the name. Alright, so our first field we actually are harvesting is actually all the way down here, and that is actually going to be the biggest one first. And I'm trying to find it, yeah. So it's all the way down here. The semi trucks are actually all the way over there, so it's no surprise that they're there before me, because they normally are. So let's see, I gotta turn in here. Ooh, nope, this is not gonna work. Okay, nope, I can't turn in there. There's not enough room for the combine. That's why you always harvest one field before you do another one. So I got parked here. Lovely, lovely Luca, just lovely. Alright, so I'm gonna jump over here, start this up. I gotta hook on to this grain cart and drive. Actually, what I'm gonna do, because this is just me, it's just driving like this with no header. Okay, so this is a small little grain auger, small little grain cart. It's not probably used at all. They have a J&M, not Demco, but this is the smallest one, similar to theirs. Theirs was 1100, I think, or 1050 something. So I just kind of made Demco, made a green. I do have a black one that's a 1300 by Demco. It has tracks, has the American flag on it, and it's black. So it looks like the J&M 1400 or something, the 32X grain cart that the Millennial Farmer actually has. So I made it as similar as I could, just for jokes, just for a laugh. So anyway, so we're gonna be driving down here. I bought actually a few things. I bought 2 pieces of tillage equipment. I did have a demo of something, but I couldn't use it because we didn't need it this year actually. So that was a little disappointing. Alright, so the next one that I will be using for this is actually my 8370 RT. It's actually an A360, but and that will be attached to this black J&M Hinton Demco American flat cart. So that's up and running. It is a big grain cart, but it'll work. These are the 2 grain carts we'll be using, mainly for the driving stuff. So one will be going up and down the field, and actually they'll both be going up and down the field. I'll be driving either a combine and the worker go up and down the field with them or something, but which I did figure out how to do, and I think it's actually incredible how I did it, is having the worker just drive in a straight line, and they actually will be parallel to the combine. I made a video of this. I thought this was really cool about FS22 on console, is because we can't have course play or auto steer or worker and stuff, like course play. We have workers now, but not like course play and auto drive. I thought this would be interesting for people to do. So I'm not going to share my secret. I did it once, not again. And the way I actually do it, and I'm not going to have the cars on because they're just going to be blocked by all these. Okay, so we got to turn it off. I don't know what's with it. Some maps work well better than the others. Alright, so that should be enough. Alright, so now we're going to send this combine over. Air Force One is going on the road. Alrighty, so I am definitely excited about harvesting. This is my first time actually harvesting oats on this map, so I don't know what to expect. It's not my first time harvesting. I had it before, but on this map I never harvested anything. It just recently came out. Griffin, Indiana is another map. I'll be doing how farms work on that one, so if you haven't already, subscribe to them. I do suggest that. I'll probably leave the link down below. If not, just search up on the thing, how farms work on YouTube, and it should be there, and yeah. Another farm you should definitely subscribe to is Larson Farms, which the title is in this title. The name is in this title, so if I don't put that in the description as well, which I probably won't, because I'm just that person that forgets to edit things, to make it easier on you guys. If you guys are watching this full video, make sure you guys do, if I have the link down there, click it. If not, search it up. They're great. It's a family farm that is actually Minnesota, which is what this map I made, not the map, the farm I made is based off of. And yeah, so check it out. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I enjoy this a lot, so yeah. So anyway, let's get to it. I probably should play some music because it's a little montage while I'm not wanting to do any clips. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, because this is my one headland I'm doing, is you want to raise this and have this outward, only because the way the pipe is. Alright, so that should be, it's hard to tell, but I think that's good. Yep. So we're going to run it, and we're going to just go for it. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we are harvesting. Don't know what my yield is, but we are harvesting. Yes, we are harvesting. So I hired the worker to go in the straight line, 6 miles an hour. We're getting a pretty good yield. I'm not gonna lie. Let me look on my yield map. See what's reading. Yeah, so 70%, I'm gonna guess, is what we're yielding. Is 70% actually on this field. which is very good for this type of crop that I'm pretty sure of. Nitrogen was probably a little bit lower than it should have been, but that's great. There's a lot of weeds in here that are matured, therefore, which is great for this carry wind system on here, because then it helps feed in all those things. But the downside to this is, well, one, harvesting crops that can get stuck in the machine, and two is it's not so good for the header itself in the feeding house. But there's not much I can do. We are harvesting very well. In fact, this is the best I've ever harvested this crop, I think, in this map. But once again, this is my first time doing it, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure this will be the best I'll ever get to it, because I know I won't put nitrogen on the others, because I'll just forget to. Kidding, of course. So, alright, so here we go. We're gonna start off nice and easy. So 6 miles an hour is an average. I'm only running the one combine for the headland, and I'll get the other combine and do another headland with a different header. And in the last combine, I'll just go up and down. I normally don't use the 9860 on the 35-foot header with end rows if I have a 40 and a 50. The 50-foot is actually to represent the 45. There's not that big of a difference. There's a 2.5 feet on both sides to make it 5 feet bigger. So it's about this size, but like 2.5 feet wider on both sides. So literally the ends just stick out 2.5 feet. So basically where the divider is on the end, the little divider I call it, at the end of the header, that's where the end of the reel is. And then that just sticks out an extra foot. So it's really, it's not bad whatsoever. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 passes on this end. I love how everything is in rows on this map. Oops, running over crop. Hold on. So I cut in there, so I'm actually going to have an extra 5 feet or so, 2.5 feet to chop, and therefore when, I don't know, something does happen with it or whatever, that I can finish up the other row. So this should be good with this on this end. Actually I probably could do one more, but it should be enough to turn around and stuff. It's not terrible. But once again, we're just feeding in the crop. So if you guys are curious, the stuff that's thrashing out the back is not actually what I'm harvesting, sort of. So the stuff I'm harvesting is the oats, and the oat kernel itself, the grain itself, actually is right there. It goes in the hopper. And then all the stems and like dirt and weeds and other stuff I'm picking up gets separated, or any kind of bad grain that's like molded or it can't go in. The sample actually comes out, or gets pushed out, which is what all the stems are coming out. We call it residue. A lot of people call it, which is the separator back there. So potentially the separator is actually also known as the thrasher, or a residue spreader, and that's what it does, is it just picks up from the header, and whatever does not go in the hopper goes out there. So it is not the grain that's being dropped. We do say there is grain loss, because sometimes the actual separator feeding house will be at a certain point where the fans and stuff, there's more to it. I know a few farmers that can explain it better, but basically what it is that there's sometimes when it's off by a certain amount, percentage, or speed, that a lot more grain will be feeding out than it's supposed to. So a lot of times the farmers will change something in either the feeder house, separator house, or the separator itself, so that they can keep a lot of the good grain and not have it all on the ground. That's why a lot of farmers, especially combining around October right about now, you would actually stop your combine right about now and just check and see what you can change, because otherwise if you keep going, chances are is you not doing as well. If something did mess up, you lost the whole, probably over thousands of bushels in this humongous field, versus you actually collecting thousands of bushels that would have had higher yield and price. So it just shows that much more. Also, you don't like that much because it rots in the field, and not only that, when you do cultivate and you're planting something else, sometimes those kernels do become as seed when they formate, and it gets matured and you have a different crop in there. That has happened before. Corn did grow on the edge of some of the fields. I know for a few farmers when they're planting soybeans, and that's actually because of the grain loss of some of the kernels that fell out, like cap corn and stuff. They come out. And, you know, so it's funny at times when it needs to be funny. Other times you kind of want to fix that issue. So here we have a good 2 headlands. That should, I mean, personally I'm thinking of it as me in the field. So if I am going to run over my crop, but it won't do much. So if I came out and I was finished and I wanted to do a big wide turn, yeah, I would be able to. Yep, I would have enough room. Alrighty, so another thing is you want to check to make sure if your fields are the same. So this field is oats, so I'm going to check over this field that I also own, and that is oats too. So I could actually potentially just go over onto this field and do a headland or so. I don't know how big this field is, so let's see. For some reason that's all the way over there. So this field is also pretty big. So I could just start with 2 headlands. Let me do that. It's pretty big. But I think get that done with the other combine. So let me get the other combine over here. Now what's cool about this is there is a hitch attachment so that I can pull behind the header. So let me get this big bad boy. Big bad boy. That's funny. I am thinking of actually buying a seeder air drill to plant winter wheat when I'm not doing corn or soybeans. Is to do winter wheat, harvest it, and plant late maturity corn or soybeans, and then harvest it right away. I think that would be pretty interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I would enjoy that. So do you remember this combine? This is the combine I used to use to pretend as a 9870. I actually would use the 770 for it. But guess what? I don't have to use that anymore. I can actually use this for its own purpose, which I like because there is the STS as I always wanted. It's so beautiful. Though I still miss this only because how big the wide duals are. I like the 800 metric for the millennial farmer, but I always use the 540s because they're wide too. Like that, they have a big gap, but they're not as strong. Like they can't handle as much mud as these. These, for some odd reason, I don't know. I remember when I first were putting these on when I was making the millennial farmer map, I thought, holy cow, these are not the tires. These are way too big. And then now I just adapted them where I'm like, yeah, these are the tires. Oh yeah, nope, they're right. So I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if these are the exact duals. I'm pretty sure these are the dual tires that they had. And this is actually a replacement of the 9870 that they had. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to do a whole 360. And I'm going to connect this header to it. So this is a pretty... Okay. Nope. I don't want to do that. Alright, so I just wrecked $1 million machine. Who would have thought? Couldn't have been me. Alright, so that's a joke, by the way. I can turn the beacons off now. Let's go ahead and see what I can do. Start the header up. So So this is what I'm saying, the fingers are facing up. That's what we call those flappy things, our fingers. You can see why. They look like little prickly fingers or toothpicks. Alright, so there we go. We're harvesting. I should get a good yield on this field, roughly. And I don't know what, yeah, it's sort of good. So that's not the best, like I was hoping, but I can't do anything else, because it just would be really good. Now that would be really bad. That this wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Alright, so now I gotta even this one out so that we're not having like weird space odds and ends to things. Alright, so this is good. Yeah, this is good. So I can stop that, back that up. So that gets that two Helens open. Partially. So I can just now lower this and now back up a little so I can get that weed. That weed does not belong there. And I can just go alongside and just feed in this little itsy bit of grain, which is not much. Boom, done. And I just feed that into the reel. Splashes out. And then now I have to go across, going this way. So let's have the edge there, and off we go. Okay. Yield map. Starts to load. Actually, what I like about this is the fertilizer. Oops. It's just a hedge, don't worry about that. The yield over here is doing alright. Actually, what I was saying is that actually what I like about this combine, the yield and stuff, is actually, if I go to precision farming, I go to my nitrogen, you can see how it actually is spreading nitrogen. Because those are, if I closed everything out, it's spreading 20 of nitrogen. Because if I close that out, you can see it's highlighted. So I think that's pretty cool, because that's actually in real life it'll spread a little fertilizer, and then when I till it up I don't have to put as much, which is absolutely great. This is the third combine, so number 3, I label it number 3. I want to trim that down actually, the reel, so it's actually feeding in more crop, like it normally should. Alright, so now we're coming up to the end of the field. This is a bigger header, so this will cover 100 feet, not 90. So it's just about 10 feet more than that one, which is great because we don't quite need to worry about anything else. Now, the good news with everything don't want to unload into there. So let's just keep going straight. Now I can do this. Okay, figure out what you want to do, Walker. Okay, there we go. So we're going to just do this the easier way. And coming up to the end. Stopping, I think, at the tree. That's a small little tree that no one quite likes to get hung up on. And that's why exactly what I'm doing, is I'm being hung up in that little tree. And there we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so now all I have to do is really trim just a little, and I'll get me right in line with that one. So there we go, that's pretty much the same amount, yeah, as that one. So the 50 foot. Like I said, it only increases by 2.5 feet, really. So everything was pretty much lined up. So now when I'm chewing away, it's going to be around the same. So that's good. Good. Let's see. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. But this is the beginning of Larson Farms. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and follow me on Facebook. On Facebook you'll find the link should be down below, or just copy and paste the link under my description, and my YouTube. It will be under Lucas Vast Petrovic. So I post a lot of things about farming, and a lot of things about basically my own personal self. So make sure you guys do subscribe to Lucas Farming videos and more. I will make sure I will have lots of videos ready for you guys soon. Stay tuned. It's gonna get very interesting on this channel, and very quickly. I will be having videos posted out soon. I got a lot of things going on. One of them is actually me harvesting this for a little while, then watching Larson Farms, or building my own city and city skylines once again. So you guys will just wait and find out exactly what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, I don't know. I'll think of a metaphor or something to end the videos. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Luca, out.